Hey everyone, it's Work From Home Ben, and I'm here to give you a quick walkthrough of Tonkean. So in a nutshell, Tonkean is a no-code workflow automation tool that handles the intake, triage, and coordination of all your HR processes. In this video, I quickly want to show you how we address all three of these areas for your HR team. Let's start with intake. Tonkean is really big on reducing change management and bringing the intake to your requesters. No matter where your requesters are, email, form, Slack, Teams, Salesforce, Tonkean can monitor all of those intake channels and deliver immediate value. The worker asks about a work-from-home stipend to an email alias. Tonkean is there to respond. Got a Slack and Teams channel to handle the requests? Tonkean is there with a guided experience. Want a portal? Tonkean has you covered with our own portal and form solution. Let's show you a real example with a new hire onboarding process. All right, so here I am in one of those Tonkean portals. This customizable page serves as a single source of truth for all things new hire onboarding. And as an HR manager, I can use this page to get a quick glance at key onboarding metrics like active onboards, days to complete the process, and charts that group all of those active onboarders by stage and recruiter. And as a hiring manager, I can also benefit from this page. If I want to kick off a new hire onboarding process, the portal tells me right here that I could do that through Slack, Teams, email, or this portal right here. So let's go ahead and do that. And opening up the form, Tonkean immediately knows that there's two folks who just signed an offer letter on my team, Julie and Malcolm. If I go ahead and click Julie, Tonkean guides me to the next step in the process, offering me a populated info about Julie through Greenhouse and Workday. Just think about what we can do to guide forms and processes with this existing information. I'm asked a few more questions about Julie, like the start date and the software that she's expecting to have. And after I go ahead and click submit, I'm sent to this page. Now, usually when you fill out a form, it ends with a cold, thank you, we'll get back to you type of message. You're given no visibility. Well, Tonkean wants to flip that on its head and deliver something that tracks Julie's information right here. And you can think about this view right here as a Domino's pizza tracker of sorts for each and every new hire. Now, the hiring manager, HR, the new hire themselves, and any other stakeholder can refer back to this real-time page, understanding where she's at in the process, her Greenhouse and Workday, and provisioning information. I can also see here that Tonkean automatically provisioned her in those three systems that the manager mentioned, as well as a place for collaboration and logging in a comments section. So going back to that status bar, I can see that the status is currently pending new hire. Now, after that hiring manager filled out that first form, Tonkean goes ahead and sends an email over to the new hire, welcoming her and asking her important questions about hardware and benefits. So as Julie, I can open up this form and see what my manager has already approved, and then add on more information if I want to. If I go ahead and click next, I'm asked a couple more questions about onboarding, like my direct deposit and account number information about my equipment, with Tonkean providing a recommendation already based on my role and title, and medical coverage. Once I hit confirm enrollment, Tonkean then executes a series of automations, and then Julie is greeted to her own tracker that she can access, where she can get a direct and real-time glance at her step and her visibility in the process, being able to see that the IT team just got a JIRA ticket about that particular hardware request, that the payroll team just got an action item to convert Julie's direct deposit in Workday, and that benefit has been auto-enrolled already and then documented inside of Workday. And going back to that portal that I showed earlier, you can see that Julie's name auto-populated at the end of this. The metrics have been updated to reflect this addition, where HR managers can get a quick glance at Julie's pizza tracker, as well as any other new hire's pizza tracker. And lastly, the million-dollar question is, how did we build all of this? All of these interfaces, the forms, the email notifications, and the portal itself. Well, that brings us to Tonkean's workflow automation tool. This automation builder right here is where your people operations team can go to automate all of the intake, triage, and coordination. Just pick an input source like the portal, Teams, Slack, email, and all four, and then continuously monitor them with Tonkean. You see the manager is given a couple of forms, and then once they answer, a form is then sent over to the new hire for them to fill out their conditional routing. After they submit, Tonkean kicks off a JIRA ticket for the IT team that's being monitored and then is reflected inside the pizza tracker. A payroll task is created, and then an auto-enrollment is made in the benefits section of Workday. We can continue this adventure with just a click of a button, and allowing your makers, your people operations team, to provide a multiple choice question, send an update form, provide an action item to end users, or creating and updating records in one of many applications that you would expect out of a workflow automation tool. And it obviously doesn't have to stop at new hires. Chances are HR and other teams at your company have several processes that require intake, triage, and coordination. If it has all three, it can be done in Tonkean. I hope that was a good little sampler of what Tonkean can do for your HR team's intake, triage, and coordination. Thanks for listening.